It's hard to believe the United States government is undertaking yet another assault, but this one is significantly more hazardous and might ruin Shiba Inu's future dreams. Come on, we need to figure this out. Take note today, some major breaking news has come to light. Uniswap Labs has received a well-noticed letter from the SEC. For the uninitiated, this news has thrown the day for a loop and caught many by surprise. It is stunning and has a major influence on the entire crypto ecosystem, thus it is spreading swiftly. When the SEC staff is thinking about anything, they formally notify the public via a Wells notice. Similar to ShibaSwap, Uniswap is a decentralized financial system that facilitates the trading of different cryptocurrencies. For those unfamiliar, the following material should be considered as advocating for legal action to be taken against a corporation or individual. Regulators may look closely at the Bitcoin business because of this, and there could be legal consequences as a result. You can trade various digital assets without relying on a central authority on Uniswap and ShibaSwap, two platforms that provide decentralized cryptocurrency exchanges. There has been a commotion in the cryptocurrency sector due to the SEC's latest announcement, which has significant implications for ShibaSwap. The community was looking forward to the new version of ShibaSwap, and now this development has added a layer of doubt and fear at a vital time. According to reports from some Shiba Inu owners, ShibaSwap has begun to have operational problems and difficulties. Considering that the creators of ShibaSwap were planning to launch version 2.0 on platforms similar to these, this is particularly relevant. Customers are upset and want to know why ShibaSwap isn't working anymore. Some users were unable to observe the Shiba Inu state or balance accurately, reflecting these early indications of disturbance within the ShibaSwap due to a malfunctioning MetaMask, leaving many users perplexed and seeking explanations. There is a lot of anger and unfairness in the crypto world since people have been fighting for better infrastructure and regulation for a long time. Now the SEC is doing something about it. The astounding timeliness of these issues, which have surfaced less than 24 hours after the news emerged, is indicative of how delicate and interdependent the cryptocurrency ecosystem is. It says a lot about how vulnerable the systems we depend on are that a simple notice from a regulatory agency can trigger such rapid havoc. They have asked for more accommodating and open regulatory frameworks to monitor cryptocurrencies, but it seems the pleas have been ignored, with regulatory bodies such as the SEC providing no direction or response. This raises important moral concerns. Uniswap and down the road ShibaSwap are targets of the SEC's unexpected and unfair crackdown. Projects are left in a state of uncertainty when clear rules or cautions are not provided in advance, making it difficult to negotiate the legal landscape. The confusion is further increased by the fact that the SEC's actions are timed. This kind of sudden intervention adds another layer of complexity to the problem, as it hinders project growth and advancement, while also undermining investor and user confidence in the cryptocurrency space as a whole. It is critical for regulatory agencies such as the SEC to interact with the cryptocurrency community in an open and positive way, even though regulation is essential to safeguard investors and maintain market integrity. The timing of the SEC's attack on Uniswap right before ShibaSwap was set to receive a big update is quite unfortunate. This isn't the first time the SEC has taken a proactive stance against cryptocurrencies. Nevertheless, this approach is unique. An unexpected silver lining was brought up by a Twitter user who said that the SEC's investigation of Uniswap could hinder the development and the maturity of the cryptocurrency market by limiting innovation and sowing distrust. At this point, you may be asking, but what precisely transpired just now? Why is it that this announcement affects all cryptocurrency holders? Its decentralization is measured by its function. This also raises red flags for other decentralized exchanges, such as ShibaSwap. In order to fortify their own decentralization safeguards, they are vigilantly watching Uniswap situations for possible flaws. This incident highlights how the cryptocurrency ecosystem is very dependent on one another and how regulatory measures taken against one project might cause other projects to take preventative measures. The news regarding Uniswap is terrible, as previously stated, since it suggests that the release of ShibaSwap 2.0 would likely be postponed. This seems like an endless loop to many people who are keeping up with the Shiba Inu community's updates. When projects take more time than anticipated to finish, people become irritated and impatient. However, this cycle is often endured by the development team as a result of external factors such as technical challenges or regulatory acts that impede their goals, leading to failures and delays. Picture this: you and your pals have meticulously planned a picnic in the park. You're all set with the games and sandwiches, but the rain starts to fall right before you set out. The picnic will have to be rescheduled until tomorrow, no matter how much you try. As soon as the clouds part, it becomes a nuisance. Nevertheless, the rain will fall nonetheless. Similarly, the Shiba swap development team can be well prepared but still face obstacles that are beyond its control. As the designer of the DeFi trade Uniswap, you find yourself in a delicate predicament as the community eagerly awaits the launch. Positively, many Bitcoin users are certain that the SEC will lose this battle due to their faith in the sturdiness and decentralization of Uniswap and similar initiatives. Labs claims with conviction that the SEC has issued a litigation warning and that it is prepared to fight, a move that may lead to the eventual triumph. Over regulatory pressure. Uncertainty surrounds the length of time this court struggle will continue, but everyone in the cryptocurrency ecosystem is hoping Uniswaps come out on top. It would be prudent for the Shiba Inu team to hold off on releasing ShibaSwap 2.0 until after the Imagine being a chess player and your opponent making a daring move that could end badly. You don't rush things, instead, you thoroughly analyze the problem and plot out your future steps. Also, the Shiba Inu team is being prudent by holding off on releasing the dog until the regulatory situation is well understood. Until then, our only option is to sit tight and hope that everything works out. Patience is usually the virtue to possess when faced with ambiguity. A Twitter user did note in a recent post that the user's overarching sentiment is one of disappointment and annoyance with the regulatory climate in the US, especially as it pertains to cryptocurrency. As far as they were concerned, the SEC's moves against Uniswap were emblematic of a systemic problem, the way in which corruption and an excess of regulation stifle innovation. Allowed to persist unabated, although some of the views may appear extreme, there is validity to the point that crypto's development and growth can be greatly affected by regulatory friendliness and transparency. Governments would do well to pay attention to this reality. In today's globalized world, where talent and capital are highly mobile, can we say goodbye to cryptocurrency in the US now? I'm glad you asked. However, according to their reasoning, the US government's strategy for crypto regulation is flawed and will only lead to the flight of talent and investment to countries that are more accommodating. Have you any thoughts on the comment down below? With this, the film comes to an end. Please select one of the videos displayed on the screen to watch more. It would be my pleasure to hear what you have to say. If you enjoy the video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give it a like, and if you could also leave a comment. Your support would greatly assist me with the YouTube algorithm. By forwarding this story to as many people as possible, you can also aid in its dissemination.